have many types of fasting in the religion of Islam. One type of fasting is wajib, mandatory. Like what? The month of Ramadan. It's mandatory on everyone who is capable to fast. Another type of wajib fasting is you make an oath with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nidhr, or you take an oath, yameen. If that's something that you did, you have to fulfill your vow or your oath, and that becomes wajib. Certain types of kaffaras, for instance, if someone does something, we'll examine that later, the kaffara can be fasting. That can also be considered as wajib fasting. So the first category of fasting is we have wajib fasting. Then we also have mustahab fasting. Most of the types of fastings that we have are mustahab. For example, fasting the day of Ghadir, the day of Mab'ath, fasting 3 days in each month, like Ayyam al-Bid, 13, 14, and 15 of every lunar month is highly recommended to fast. The Prophet ﷺ states, the one who fasts 3 days in a month, Allah will give them the reward of fasting the entire month. So the Prophet says, if you do that 3 days out of every month, 13, 14, and 15, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will consider as if you fasted the entire year. So Allah will give you that much reward. And the Prophet says the one who does that is entitled to paradise. So that's highly mustahab. And many other days it's mustahab to fast. Now, we also have haram fast, which is fasting on the 2 days of Eid. Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, it's haram to fast. Knowing that this is the day of Eid, it's haram to fast. Scholars have also mentioned fasting the day of Ashura with the intention of celebrating that day is also haram. Because that is a desecration to the sanctity of the Ahlul Bayt and Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. So this is haram fasting. Then we have makruh fasting. Fasting which is unrecommended. The unrecommended fasting are, for example, fasting 3 days after the Eid. Fasting 3 days after the Eid is makruh. It's not haram, it's makruh. It has a lesser reward. It's better to avoid. Another type of fasting that's makruh is fasting the day of Ashura. In our Islamic law, fasting